in the knowledge. We believe in the education, and we believe, of course, in the peace. We are together more time, one more time, and of course, success for us. Yeah, Professor, you are recording?
Yeah.
Yeah, Professor Emmanuel.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you got the floor, Professor.
Wow. Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much for being here. We are together to share about an important topic today. And our pleasure is to share this floor with many experts. And our topic today is my city and the competencies and value of UNESCO curriculum with artificial intelligence. And we are here with many professors, and I want to thank Professor Don from United States of America. I want to thank Professor Suleiman Yaradua from Nigeria. And I want to thank Professor Aushivan from India. And we are waiting for Dr. Chetan from Montreal. And I want to thank our Professor Felipe Chiba, who is the co-leader of Mali City in the world at UNESCO. Before I introduce our guest, I'll give him the floor to introduce our panelists. Professor Felipe, you have the floor.
Thank you so much, dear Professor Emmanuel Comiconacou. It's a real honor to be here. I am really happy too, because this is a very special moment. This special session will focus on the middle cities and competence and values of UNESCO curriculum with artificial intelligence. Dear friends and colleagues, and of course, the audience too, we are honored to have here distinguished speakers and colleagues sharing your valuable insights and knowledge with us. I want to welcome everyone together with the Dr. Emmanuel Comiconacou, leadership of the Middle Cities in Canada and Africa of the UNESCO Middle Alliance. And I want to thank very much for your readiness to be speakers on this webinar, my friends. We extend our warmest greetings to all the present, of course. Let me share some words, some small words about this special session. This special session focused on the middle cities and competence and values of UNESCO curriculum with artificial intelligence, exploring its implication for digital citizenship and critical thinking skills among different visions and disciplines. Some words, in my words, we need to integrate these three factors: competence and values of UNESCO curriculum of media and information literacy, the way that we use the artificial intelligence, and the form to we live in our cities. It's urgent, for example, to train teams for programmers and data scientists to develop skills from the UNESCO media literacy curriculum so that they know how to distinguish fake news, deep fakes, and post-truth, as well as to create programs and platforms that transcend the barriers of gender, racism, ethnocentrism, and religiocentrism, among others. It is urgent to have more women leading startups and technology-basic companies, as well as programming. The main question to answer in this webinar are: in what ways can middle cities paradigm serve us a model for promoting responsible AI use and fostering inclusivity and diversity in AI implications within urban communities. How we can use and develop the UNESCO competence and values with artificial intelligence. What are some practical strategies for incorporating AI concepts and ethical considerations into meal education programs within urban settings? Well, my friends and colleagues, you got the floor. That's my words. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Professor Felipe, for your introduction. It is very important to know that we are here to talk about MindCity and intelligence artificial in our countries, in our education. First of all, we give the floor to Professor Kringen Dong, but before, let me introduce Professor Dong. Professor Dong is a professor and graduate program director of communication department at Pacific University. He is teaching intercultural communication, research method, and theory of mass communication. He was a recipient of the university's award for Eberhard Teacher Scholar, the Award of Faculty Research Lecture, and the Award of Excellence in Undergraduate Research Monitoring. Currently, he is serving as a University DE Research Fellow. He served as the university's first Provost Faculty Fellow in Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion, and served as the co-chair of the University Committee for Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion at Pacific University. He directs 7 summer institute training hundreds of Chinese professors and graduate students at Pacific. His recent research publication focused on socialization, effect of traditional and social media in the United States and China. Professor Dong, you have the floor.
Okay, so thank you so much, and thanks Professor Chibas, and thanks everyone, and really great honor to be here and to talk about this very important topic, and this generate AI and the topic which is so important and for us. So one thing I believe that it's I really want to say that it's the Mill Cities and this UNESCO initiatives and all these concepts we are talking about is so key and so crucial to us. So we cannot wait for a minute to kind of delay our process of getting involved in this this new curriculum. And one of the things I'm doing now is that I'm the teaching fellow I'm teaching and research council in the National Communication Association. So one thing we are doing and in this national communication is trying to develop this a short course talking about exactly the same thing. And here we are talking about, meaning that is how we kind of integrate our the AI into our curriculum while we're maintaining or enhancing our critical thinking skill set. So this is the fit our discussion so well, as I'm just so excited. One thing I will not take long. I just want to quickly say that is there's so many things we can talk about, and I want to mention 3 things at the moment. So one is that we need to promote the civic engagement, which is a parallel to our mill cities, and it's just the guidelines, the major principles just so well. So while we are kind of promote civic engagement and teach our students critically engage with AI great generated content and discerning the biases and inaccuracy, which is just mentioned by Professor Chibas just a moment ago. That's exactly what we should do, because there's just so much the biases, disinformation, misinformation. So we just cannot wait to talk about that. Secondly, we need to encourage critical ethical consideration while we are doing all these AI generated topic, highlight ethical consideration of AI technology and including privacy concerns and the digital footprints. So these are so important because we have to encourage our students to be responsible of online behavior. We just talked about this a moment ago. So we are in a small village and online, and everyone knows everyone, and everyone can hear everyone. But more important thing is that we need to develop this ability or the capacity to understand that what is real, what is true information. Finally, I want to say that we need to develop this problem-solving skill set for our students. And I think this Mill City concept is so key and so well developed, well established. We need to integrate those. And so I think that I just want to congratulate our organizers, our leaders in this panel to try to take on this very important this concept. I'm so glad to be here and to hear other people's ideas. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Professor Hedun, for your communication. It is short but deep. Thank you so much. Professor Felipe, you have the floor. I don't know if you have some comment before we continue with Professor Suleiman Yaradua.
Yes, quickly, in my opinion, I agree with the Professor Kiwendon. We need engagement. We need promote engagement, and we need, of course, technique strategies for this. In this line, we got metrics and we got indicators to work together in this line. Thank you so much, Professor Kiwendon, and we grow together in this direction. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Felipe, for your commentary. It is very important to hear you, and we will return back after the communication to ask questions. So, we will introduce now Professor Suleiman Yaradua. Professor Suleiman Yaradua is from Nigeria. He is a PhD and associate professor of mass communication with 2 decades of teaching and research experience. He is the immediately past head of department mass communication as well as deputy dean of communication. He is the director of Book FM campus radio station and deputy project leader at MacArthur Grand Implementation Committee by Bayero University, Kano. Professor Suleiman, you are welcome. You have the floor. You are mute. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Professor Manuel, and my great colleagues. You see, I appreciate the starting point of Professor Dung because he talks about the concepts which are the now emerging concepts as far as male cities are concerned. Like in Nigeria, we're not talking about a concept now. We are elevating the concept to practical applicability, especially with regard to the UNESCO pledge. In the last meeting of UNESCO, which was hosted by Nigeria, Nigerian government pledged to establish Male Institute in Nigeria. And just last month, in February, the Minister of Communication inaugurated the committee that will see to the implementation of that pledge, which the UNESCO Board of Executive had adopted or approved. So now, you see, we are going into practical media and information literacy by establishing an international institute in Nigeria. And not only that, you know, male cities have now gained wide acceptability in Nigeria, in the sense that we have just reviewed our communication and media studies curriculum in the country, which our universities spearhead. So all the countries, all the universities in the country are now going to key into male cities. media and information literacy as not only as a curriculum, as part of our curriculum. And I'm happy to announce that we have keyed into the UNESCO template of media and information literacy curriculum, in which we are now integrated into our teaching, Nigerian teaching universities, Nigerian teaching and learning in mill cities. So we in Bayero University, Kano, we have already started adopting, or we have integrated the UNESCO template into our 30% curriculum, which has been reviewed across the country. All curriculum in the country of communication and media studies have been reviewed. And now the whole country has now adopted media and information literacy as part of the new curriculum in Nigerian universities. So this is a beautiful initiative which we are going to take to greater height, especially with the integration of artificial intelligence now. So now what we are doing is to try to adopt or to integrate the media and information literacy with artificial intelligence to see to the establishment or the improvement of the competencies of citizens to be able to know how to navigate within the media ecosystem. Because the essence is for media and information literacy to permeate into the, not only in the urban, but into the depth and length and breadth of the country, so that people will now be able to have more and more information, because the more information the citizens have, the more they have the ability to be able to navigate, and also not only navigate, but also key into the media and information literacy, which will go in a long way to be able to reduce a lot of issues, especially with fake news. Now you can, with a lot of information, now you can be able to know which one is fake news, which one is misinformation, which one is disinformation. With that, you are now equipping the citizens to be able to authenticate, to know genuine information from the fake information that is widely circulating, courtesy of the advances in technologies that we have. So now media and information literacy in Nigeria has now become part and parcel of our media training in the country, which I think is a great thing. I'm sure the Professor Pilife will know, because we are talking about the integration of the UNESCO template with the establishment of the International Institute in Nigeria, which will now perhaps be serving Africa, which will go a long way in accommodating media and information literacy, not only in Nigeria, but in the whole of West Africa and the African continent in general. So I think with this, the only thing that perhaps we may need to do is to be able to, since the UNESCO template has already integrated artificial intelligence into it, we are also going to integrate that into our own curriculum, so that the future information managers we produce in our universities and in higher institute of learning will now be able to be more competent in handling information literacy in the country. So I think we are on the same page, where as far as media and information literacy is concerned. So let me pause for a while so that I allow other speakers to speak, so we can interact more. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Professor Suleiman, for your communication. We have highlighted many points. First of all, Nigeria has integrated UNESCO template of MILE curriculum, and now every university must integrate it in its curriculum. So the citizen, the student, and the professor, researchers must develop capacity to navigate in the media ecosystem. Yes. Very, very interesting. It is. We are happy to know that Nigeria will be the hub of the platform in Africa to develop Mile City and Mail in every country. What a great news. Professor Felipe, you have the floor. Thank you.
Thank you so much again, dear friend. Of course, to my colleagues too. The exposition of Professor Suleiman is in other direction and very important direction. He talks about the diagnosis in Nigeria. The case Nigeria is very important to us because Nigeria is a big country in the African continent, and of course, Nigeria is a font of knowledge, the very secular knowledge. Dear Professor Suleiman, your vision is very your vision amplified our vision too, and integrate the three factors. We need more research about Nigeria, of course, and more knowledge about Nigeria. Thank you so much, Professor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Felipe, for your commentary and contribution. Now, we have the opportunity to introduce our third guest from India, Professor Arushavan. It was a very long time ago. We have worked together. Today, we share the same floor. Before I give the floor, I will be happy to present you in a short word. Dr. Professor Albench is an associate professor at Anna University, Department of Media Science and Traditional, from journalism to academia. With a strong background in both industry and academia, he holds a doctorate in media science from Anna University and has earned recognition for international fellowship. His expertise encompasses curriculum development, monitoring, PhD scholar, and teaching, earning him accolades such as the Best Young Educationalist. Dr. Arven's research focuses on communication, media, development, journalism, supported by organizations such as UNICEF and ICSR. He actually organized seminar, faculty development program, and contribute as a resource person at global conferences. Engaged in community service, he leads outreach activities as program officer of the National Service Chain at Anna University. With prior role of Dean and Director, he currently heads the Department of Media Science and directs the Educational Multimedia Research Center at Anna University. Professor Albench, you are welcome. You have the floor.
Let me tell you some idea. Please, if you wanted to use slides, it will be good because this recording is a class for many people. That's my suggestion.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Professor Felipe, for this update information. Yes.
Thank you so much for a detailed introduction. Happy to see Emmanuel Komi after 5 years, I hope. We met in same Montreal in a conference.
Yes.
Thank you so much. I also thank and say wishes. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Regarding the media and information literacy, the MIL cities and curriculum of UNESCO. Now they are incorporating AI also. Now, not only the MIL, it is inevitable to incorporate AI in all the fields. Teaching, learning, media, and information literacy, cities, every research, especially in the communication and information sciences. Now we are also taking into the consideration of the fact checking because we are receiving flood of information. It is not verified. It is not fact checked. So it is giving the infodemic effect among the audience, among the people. So the AI is very important. Regarding to India, I can say some slides.
Yes.
Yes. I'm giving some idea about this enhancing quality of life in Indian cities with a special reference to media and information literacy and the AI. I know, I hope you already know because it's already know and aware of all the developments throughout the world. Regarding India, I want to give some information, some ideas. What are the challenges and media and information literacy faces in India? Misinformation and fact news spread in the digital platforms, leading to societal polarization and distrust in many areas. Especially now we are going to our democratic festival election. Parliament election is going to happening in the month of April and May also. Regarding to the curriculum, our university, one of the national universities called Indira Gandhi National Open University, is the topmost university in India. They already prepared a UNESCO-based curriculum for MIL. That curriculum and syllabus is also distributed among many Indian universities. They are taking some courses from the program because they are giving a complete curriculum for the degree level. But many other universities, they are taking some papers, courses. Even in our Anna University itself, we introduced media and information literacy 3 years ago. Is a paper. It was a elective paper. Now it is a core paper. So most of the students, most of our regular students, they are studying. They are exposed to this media information literacy. Regarding to the cities also, now the government of India is implementing the Digital India initiative. They are putting lot of infrastructural facilities for that because they want to make all the cities. Earlier they used the term as smart cities. Now they are using as digital cities. What they are doing, they are giving all the infrastructure facilities, even the all the citizens, all the people who are living in the particular city limit, they are getting the very good broadband, very good penetration of internet. Also, IT companies, facilities for the everything related to media and information literacy. What they are doing in addition to that, even recently, government of Tamil Nadu, our state of Tamil Nadu, they introduced unit called Government of Tamil Nadu Fact Checking Unit because based on the media and information literacy inputs, also they are facing a lot of misinformation campaign on some issues. So now they are started fact checking unit as a government department. They are employed many staff. They are checking whether the particular news is fact or fact. They are checking and give it to the result to the public. Yes, this kind of news is published, already disseminated in many platforms. That is correct. That is not correct. They are giving like kind of awareness to the people. So for that, they are incorporating AI also. But AI incorporation is very limited now because it is evolving. Day by day, it's evolving. Their applicability is also very limited because whatever technology is coming, also they are using in a positive as well as negative aspects. So the government of India unit, they are using some other popular media networks. They are also using this AI for fact checking. So regarding to the MIL, all these smart cities now become the MIL cities automatically because all the MIL components are incorporated in the Digital India initiative and the smart cities efforts. So automatically, within few years, most of the Indian cities automatically will become the MIL cities. We can proudly say in the future. the people will get very good media and information network facilities, infrastructure. Also, they will get very good awareness how they utilize the media information in a responsible manner. Responsible manner. That's why we are taking a lot of efforts. But it is an idealistic situation. It is an idealistic situation, but what happened, we don't know. We will see it once it is fully implemented and used by the people. Many Indian researchers and non-governmental organizations and media experts, they are also recommended to take some policy at the government India level, government level. The implement policies to bridge the digital divide and ensure equitable access to ICT infrastructure in various levels. Nowadays, only the government departments, universities, and colleges they are giving. They are suggesting that every people, every city, every citizen in the particular, every person in the city, they have to access all these facilities. Then integrate media and information literacy education into school curricula also. The Central Board of Secondary Education of Government of India, they already introduced the mass communication paper at the school level. Now they are advising to make media information education. Maybe they will change the curriculum and syllabus according to this. And also they are collaborating with tech companies, non-governmental organizations and educational institutions to promote the digital literacy initiatives, because it is directly related to this media and information literacy. So as I already said, the government of India is taking the Digital India initiative throughout India. They are taking many efforts. I could not elaborate many things. Now recently, one India, one nation, one ID card. That is identity card. The student can get one identity card throughout the, they can use it anyway. So in the name of student, nobody misuse it. Also, whatever information we want about the particular student or about the particular institution, we can get it through this single number, ID card. So it is also information democratic to the people. Also, they are taking a lot of initiatives. They are also including the fact-checking units, curriculum and syllabus. They are revising. In Tamil Nadu state itself now, more than 10 colleges, colleges and universities, they are incorporated MIL as a course, as a 3-credit course. Around 45 hours of teaching is happening for the students. Then teaching, many researcher now, faculties and researcher, they are doing research in this MIL area, because it's very important. Not only for cities, regarding the student side also, because the usage of media and receiving information in with various dimensions. Many students, they are accessing information, they are using the information for so long time. Due to that, their mental health and physical health is affected. So now we are suggesting to use the minimum time. So health aspects also we are incorporating in the MIL. So it's very important for the young adolescents and young people. We are also conducting many conferences, trainings on also hackathons in MIL. Fact-checking applications we are creating. We are creating awareness on media and information literacy through various seminars, training, and competitions. So these are the things are happening. I think it's not enough. I don't think it's enough. We are evolving always. We are just now we started with these initiatives. Maybe in the coming years we will do more. So in this connection, we should have a very good network and collaboration in a transnational levels. So we can implement very good project and we can change the societies in a faster manner. Yes. This is the information I want to share with you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Professor Ashvan, for your communication. We appreciate. In your communication, you have highlighted main points, and I will only talk rapidly about three. You have talked about misinformation, lack of major literacy education in India, and the action is to build major and information skills, which is crucial to counter and foster more information in the society. And the government has taken some action and recommendation. You have shared with us the implementation policy and how to integrate major and media literacy education in school and in the community. How to collaborate also with the companies, with organizations, non-government organizations, to work together to foster education, major education in the country. And you have shared some action with us. Go Digital India and Famuludu and those states for fact-checking unity. It is very appreciated that India is working together to achieve this goal as we are working in Canada, everywhere in the world, because as Professor Don has said, we are living today in a small village. We have the same challenge. You must need or research the same solution. Thank you so much for your communication, and I will let Professor Felipe contribute. At the end, all the experts will have time to ask questions, to contribute, to add the ideas.
Thank you, sir.
Professor Felipe, you have the floor.
Thank you so much, my friend. Your communication are very rich, Professor Adochaban. The Indian experience and the challenge, the Indian challenge of media and information literacy is a very important point, a very important case for us. Building middle skills and competence is essential to understand the new reality and new society, hybrid society or blended society, and we need to transform this scenario together. It is very important. You speak about universities and students of universities. We got a specific paradigm. The name is Mill University Cities. We got Mill University Cities. We got articles and books about this point too. And I invite you and all presents to open pilot points of many cities in your universities. That's my invitation for everyone, because this point is a practice. Pilot point is a practice, and we got success with this method. I can share with you the experience if you want it. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Professor Felipe, for your contribution and your invitation. I think that everyone has heard it and will go forward with it to act in our countries. Yeah, we have our last guest, who is also from India, Dr. Chetan Shervakar. Dr. Chetan Shervakar is a current PhD candidate at McGill University in Montreal and focus on integrating artificial intelligence and robotics into primary care. With a background as ISQ resident and AR physician, he brings valuable valuable experience from higher pressure healthcare environment. He pursued a master's degree in medical science and technology, further deepened his understanding of healthcare and technology convergence. Dr. Shivanska research and endeavored aim to revolutionize patient care, emphasizing efficiencies and accessibility. Recognized with the METAC Graduate Fellowship, his work aimed to enhance patient overcome, streamline healthcare process, and alleviate burden and healthcare professional, fostering a patient-centered healthcare system. Beyond research, he actually contributes to the North American Primary Care Research Group and served as a reviewer for the Meiji Journal of Medicine, showing his commitment to advancing healthcare through academy and research. Dr. Shelton, you are welcome. If you have some slide to share, it is the moment.
I'm
Thank you.
deeply honored and sincerely grateful for the invitation extended by Dr. Komi. This opportunity to share my ideas, experiences alongside esteemed experts is not only a privilege but also a source of inspiration. I'll just share my screen now. Okay. So I want to start by saying starting with the media attention on AI. If we pay attention to the last few months, we have been seeing headlines like this, especially in education. The thesis has been going, students are going to be using ChatGPT and other forms of AI to cheat, to do their assignments, and they're not eventually going to learn. It's going to completely undermine education as we know. But actually, not only there are ways to mitigate all of this, if we put the right guardrails and if we do the right things, I think we are at the cusp of using AI for probably the best positive transformation that education has ever seen. And the way AI could give students in mill cities an artificial, intelligent, but amazing personal tutor, and give every teacher on the planet an amazing artificial, intelligent teaching assistant. And just to appreciate how big of a deal it would be to give everyone a personal tutor, I will show you this graph from Benjamin Bloom's 1984 Two Sigma study, or he called it the Two Sigma problem. He had good data for achievements that show a normal distribution for conventional education, that is here. That's the one that you see in the traditional bell curve right in the middle, and that's how teaching in most world is carried out. But if you are given personal one-to-one tutoring for students, then you can actually get a distribution that looks like that in the right. So that's a 2 standard deviation improvement. Just to put that in plain language, that could take your average student and turn them into an exceptional student. It could take your below average student and turn them into an above average student. Now, the reason why he framed it as a problem was he said, well, this is all good, but how do you actually scale group instruction? How do you actually give it to everyone in an economic way? What I'm about to show you is the first moves towards doing that with AI in medical education. The inspiration behind AI integration is the accuracy, the realism, and the rapid development of these technologies. They present an opportunity to address various challenges in medical education and healthcare. The goal is to leverage AI across all missions of the institution: education, patient care, and research. So considering this, we are developing an AI for medical students to automatically identify learning resources and the latest medical literature based on the diagnosis of the patients that they're caring for. So how this works is the system here connects data from electronic health records, and it understands the patients in the EHR that are being cared out by that particular medical student. So connecting that data with the digital catalog of educational resources, which could be infographics, videos, clinical diagnosis guidelines, or review papers that are published in established medical literature databases like PubMed. This system curates like a custom set every day for each student and then delivers to them this recommended learning and recommended readings for the patients that they have just admitted the day before or the night before. So this type of education is just in time. It's completely curated by AI. There is no human intervention needed, and it is customized for each patient. So this is a nice example how precision medical education enabled by the power of generative AI and AI systems. Now, exploring how Mill City's initiative with AI can serve multiple functions, from promoting responsible AI usage to fostering inclusivity and diversity in AI applications within urban communities. So, combining media and information literacy with AI can facilitate the creation of an interdisciplinary learning platform where students can engage with both theoretical knowledge and their practical applications. So, when incorporating real life scenarios and case studies within the curriculum can help students appreciate the complexities of the AI application and the resource that they're trying to learn. These scenarios can design to highlight ethical dilemmas, data privacy concerns, social impact, and it can foster critical thinking and ethical reasoning skills. So, workshops and seminars that can focus on the ethical consideration in AI, such as bias in machine learning algorithms, and the importance of transparent and explainable AI. The seminars can also focus on impact of AI on privacy and data security, which would improve the literacy amongst citizens for understanding how these AI can affect your privacy and data security. Encouraging students to participate in community-based projects that involve the development of evaluation of AI applications. So, like in the field where the AI application has been developed. This hands-on experience can deepen the students' understanding and how AI can be used responsibly and ethically in urban settings. Fostering partnerships with universities, research institutions, industry stakeholders, especially to bring AI experts into the classroom. The last but not the least, developing of new courses or modules that specifically address AI topics and provide training and resources for educators to help them integrate AI concepts into their teaching practices. I'm hugely optimistic and excited about this. I think this is really going to unlock many of the changes and many of the opportunities that we are trying to strive for several years with media and information literacy. Thank you all, and I'll give it back to you, Dr. Komi.
Yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Shetton, for your communication. It was very rich, and immediately I will let the floor to Professor Felipe to comment.
Thank you so much. Very rich, Dr. Shetan, your contribution. I need to talk about some points. For example, we need to maintain our scientific groups about the reflection of health, of course. Healthcare is a very important delivery, of course, for all the society. We got in the model, the paradigm, Mercedes, certain indicators, and the indicator health, integrated health, is very important for us. We got metrics about this. We can share with you these metrics, and very important your point about AI applications and in medical course, of course. And I invite you to open a pilot point about Mill Cities in your university, and we can share the weight of the metrics to this. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much for your kind words. And yes, I think it's to bring this initiative forward and share it amongst more and probably everyone that it concerns with, because this is the future. This is where we are heading to. and I totally support the cause. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Shetem. You support the cause and you work together to achieve the same goal, to overcome the challenge. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Now, the floor is open to our guests to ask questions. We have Dr. Don, Professor Suleiman, Professor Ashvan. You have the floor. If you have the question, contribution, it is the moment. We have 5 minutes left, so we use them to interact. Thank you.
Yeah, I like to kind of jump in here. So I believe that, and I read an author's talk about how internet changed the way our developing knowledge. This AI or generate AI really changed the way, not only the way we understand our knowledge, is also understand the way our thinking. So it's we are moving forward. We can see that how much this generated AI can fundamentally change everything we are teaching, everything we are learning. So it's just we have to be ready to see that the change is like a cascading effect. It's just coming to us, not for tomorrow, is as we are speaking today. So one of the things I think that is one takeaway we can do is that we need to get our students involved. Let them know it, let them love it, and let them use it. So this is a very important. Not only just we have to let them understand, we let them love it, and most important, let them do it. So I think that is very important.
Thank you, Professor Don, for this compilation of a keyword about the impact of artificial intelligence on our way or the manner we teach it today, a student, and it is very important to let them know how it functions, how they can use it, and how the benefit of this, because we are living in a new world where internet and intelligence artificial are the way or the tools we use today to communicate, to learn. Thank you so much for this important contribution. Professor Felipe, I don't know if you have something to add. The floor is open to everybody here. Yes.
Thank you so much. Let me share with us this simple experience. Franz Fanon, very important thinker and intellectual, Dr. Franz Fanon, everyone know him. He was a black person, but and with an experience and an experiment when generating ChatGPT, generative artificial intelligence, generative an imagine like him, like a white people. This for me is this an example for the danger of the ChatGPT or others collaborative intelligence of generative intelligence, and we and me like to share this experience with all of you, because this is an example of racism, as is an example to run programs of the or algorithms of the generative intelligence. What do you think about this?
Yeah, the question is for everybody. Professor Philippe is talking about the impact, negative impact of generative GPT on our talking, our teaching. What do you think about?
So, Dr. Komi, I'd like to take that. So, while developing these, ChatGPT is a transformer-based model which is trained on data, and these data sets tend to be collected from sources which are mostly English-based and from white heavy nations, so to speak. Like what has to be done is to develop better like data sets and better data which which is inclusive and diverse in nature. That is the most, especially in the setting of healthcare, we need to have more diverse data sets, because once the algorithm is trained, it will always reflect back on the data that we have provided. So if the data is not diverse and if it's not inclusive, the AI will never be diverse or inclusive. And that is one point that whenever we try to develop algorithms for a broader use, like if you're using it amongst cities, amongst countries, we need to make it very important that the development process involves all those cities, all those countries, and all the people of those countries. And we need to make sure that everything is diverse from the development phase to the testing phase and the validation phase. So the only answer to this is collaboration and diversity.
Collaboration and diversity. Thank you so much for these two keywords.
Dr. Connie, let me come in.
Actually, yes.
Quickly, I think the Chaitan really addressed some of the concerns that I have. And that is, generative AI, which is not inclusive, will naturally be skewed towards a certain algorithm. So I think inclusivity, diversity are fundamental in AI generation. Because when you generate data that is not inclusive, that is not diverse, you are certainly going to have a skewed data, which will give you a skewed result. So I think it's important that we as teachers and as generators of data should always try to look at it broadly to be able to integrate some of the concerns, especially concerns from minorities, concerns from disadvantaged groups, concerns from different concerns have to be addressed. For AI to be workable, to be a working tool, a functional working tool, if I may say so, it has to be diverse and it has to be inclusive. Otherwise, the problem is you're going to have an AI generating data or generating some of the things that will not be able to be inclusive, and that means that some certain segment of the society are being disadvantaged. So for every sector to be put together, for every sector to benefit from generative AI, it means that every group, every minority group, every disadvantaged group, we have to integrate every group in it for us to be able to have results. And I think the second thing I will want to say, apart from collaboration, is that collaboration is key. And then we use our students to serve as advocates of these things that we are trying to make people aware, or rather, we are in a way, by making them advocate, we are in a way trying to sell more to the larger populace. So that is very important and fundamental. As far as MIL is concerned, the student as advocates, and then inclusivity and diversity should be integrated into generative AI so that we have data that will be all inclusive. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Suleiman, for this contribution. It is very interesting to know, to say that generative content today must be inclusive, diverse. because we are not one
Yes.
man, but we have many culture. We have many, what can I say, part of the world who contribute, who produce science, research. This research must be content, must be included in this generative content. Thank you so much. Yeah, we have Professor Ashvin Shiram. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, whenever we are getting some new technology, automatically we are having plus and minuses. Now throughout the world, in all the countries, most of the faculty members, teachers, they are accusing ChatGPT is misused by the students, by the scholars. Yes, it should happen. It happen. We should take appropriate measure to overcome that. Because the responsible use is always we are having alcoholic drink, we are having drugs, but the responsible use, correct use is very important. Like that, the technology is always helping us to develop ourselves. So we have to use the correctly. In this place, we all are we have in our team and whoever working in this area, everyone has the responsibility to do what are the minuses are there, how we can include everyone. The inclusiveness is very important in all the technology. Now even in the smartphone, now we are having lot of softwares and applications for using by a disabled persons. Like that, every communities, every group of people, every ethnic people, every age group should be included in these technological advancements. I think it will happen. It will improve in the coming days. I hope.
Thank you, Professor Shiram, for your contribution. It is very important to know that we can never grow without technology today, even though generative content is not accepted, but we need to be informed, to be trained, to know how we can use it ethically for the good of the world. So we are at the end of this session, but before we close, what may be your 2 words for the whole world after this session? We begin with Dr. Shetan. Dr. Shetan, we need from you 2 words to summarize.
So community-based projects or community-based development. That I would say for in this.
Thank you. Thank you. We need to move. We need to move and to sensibilize community to know how we can use technology to develop our country, our village, our cities, and our health also. Thank you so much. Professor Shiram.
In two way, 2 sentences, yes. We should have some participatory approach and mechanism to overcome all these burdens. Certainly, this AI will coming under this. So, people's participation for developing some strategies.
Okay. Yes. Develop strategies will be the key for everybody, even though those who are not at the university, at school, they need to have some basic strategy to know how they can use the technology, especially artificial intelligence and internet, to be functional today. Thank you so much. And we give the floor to Professor Suleiman from Nigeria for his last word.
My last word is multiculturalism should be integrated in male cities and artificial intelligence.
Thank you so much, Professor Suleiman. Multi-curriculum must be integrated into my city. And it is very important to know that we are many on the world. We think differently, but we live in the small village. We need to have the word of everybody, how he can be useful to others. Hand in hand, we can grow together. Thank you so much. We have Dr. Don from United States of America. Your last word.
So last 2 words I will say. One is embrace fully, and second is engage critically. So 2 E's.
Wow. Thank you so much, Dr. Professor Hedon. Improve, engage. We need to be engaged. Even though you are small, you are young, you are adult, we need to be engaged, because today, even though children are using MI, are using an artificial intelligence in their home, at school, so we need to be engaged everywhere we are, because internet is everywhere and anywhere. So it is our duty to be engaged. Professor Felipe, we are at the end of this session. You have the last word.
Thank you so much. We got here today a very important session. We got many contributions, rich contributions, and we got very important and serious experts with us. In my opinion, we got some highlights, but many highlights. But in resume, about generative intelligence, we need, of course, generative intelligence at the universities and all societies. But we need methodologies for analyzing AI for more inclusive ways. And for this, we need metrics. This is a very important point. We need methodologies and metrics. The second point, we need to teach for the students, professors, and collaborators and visitants too of the universities of this other vision. Male cities is this a new vision with critical thinking and critical vision, like Professor King Wayne said. Male university cities paradigm, we can help all of us to develop the new society and the new critical thinking in all stakeholders, the companies, governments, artists, and others, and integrate. The last point is integrate technology, curriculum UNESCO, male curriculum UNESCO, and male cities paradigm is a key for a new deliveries and a new transformation of the cities and, of course, the whole society. That's my opinion. That's my last word. And thank you so much for your attention, for your time, and for your knowledge. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Professor Felipe. Thank you, everybody. We are at the end of this session. We appreciate your contribution, your communication, your presence. And we hope that very soon we will be together for another session to share our knowledge, our strategies, and our keys to overcome challenges we are having in our society, our universities, and in our homes. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Hugs.
Thank
Hugs.
Thank you.
Yes, yes. Bye. Yes.
Thank you. See you. See you. Okay.
Really hard work. Oh, is finished the
Yeah,
recording?
yeah, we have
Okay.
Professor Pedro Sobrio. Thank you so much for participating in this session. We have also Alice Lee, Professor Alice Lee.
Alice Lee, yeah. Good friend
Yes.
from China. I remember her.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah,
Good, really good.
yeah. Okay, I need to, okay, I'll check, return back in a minute. Yes.
No problem. No problem. I gotta go now too. But
Okay.
in my opinion, congratulations, my friend. Your work is wonderful. Thank you for your support, your work together, and go ahead. We need people like you. We need you, of course, you, specific you, for everything. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you, and that's all.
Thank you, Professor. It is my pleasure to work together with you, to learn from you, and I appreciate our collaboration. I know and I hope that one day we'll be together to work and to share many projects to
Yes,
highlight.
I think so. I think so. Believe me, my friend. Believe me. We
Thank you.
we will be together with more collaboration and more planes, of course, my friend.
Thank you.
One last thing. Please don't forget the record. Publish the record.
Yes.
When your time, when your time. Take it easy.
Yes.
And yeah, about Professor Destiny, you know anything?
Yeah, Professor Destiny, it is very hard for me because every time I try to catch him by phone, I'll do everything, but I don't have the return. Here we know if a person is at university, it is not easy, but
Don't worry, my friend. I understood. Relax.
yes,
Go.
yes.
We continue with other directions. No problem.
Yeah, no problem, no problem. Thank you so much. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much again. Hacks.
Yeah, huge.
Hacks.
Thank.
Bye, my friend.
Bye. Bye. Bye.